Hey everybody, I hope that you are all having fun preparing for Passover and just celebrating the joy of our deliverance through Yeshua. I have been spending the last couple of weeks making some matzah covers. Got some that are complete right here. And it's just been a fun project. I was looking for some Passover crafts to do with a 6-year-old that I spend time with. And one of the things that I found was making matzah covers, which is too advanced for her, but I thought would be a fun project to do. So basically, it's pretty simple. I have the 2 decorated fabric pieces for the outside, and then I have 2 plain colored fabric pieces for the inside. There's some bias tape around the top and embellishments and a little bit of fabric to pop in the middle. I glued on the embellishments here, and then I sewed them in place. It just made it easier to hold them while I was using the craft hoop. I didn't have to worry about them sliding all over the place because I used the tacky glue to hold them in place. And then once they were all sewed in, I sewed it together, which I took the 2 outside edges and I put them together. And then I took the inner pieces that, the divider pieces, and put them up there. I pinned them. I sewed all along this outer edge here, and then once I sewed the outer edge, I turned it the right side out, and I added on the bias tape on the top and sewed that on, and it was pretty much done. It was really easy to make, but it looks cute, and it's just kind of like a festive reminder of God. And then at the same time, I made an afikoman pouch for the broken half of the matzah that you save for after the meal. And I put the cross on that one because that's the part where Yeshua said, take this is my body. So that's what this is. And I've been just kind of making them. I wanted to have enough because my church family wants to do a Seder this year, and I wanted to make sure we had enough for the tables that we're at. And then I also thought it'd be fun to give to friends and family. But it's definitely been a joyful thing to work on this because it's something you're doing for God, and it's kind of a way to celebrate together. So I've been enjoying that. 'Cause I hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. When others say I'll never be enough, and greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. In the world. In the world. And greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. Another thing that I've done to prepare for Passover is I have my Haggadah put together. There's a whole bunch of different Messianic Haggahdas that you can get. I've gotten a couple of versions from my fellowship. I have found some online, and I've kind of compiled them over the last several years into this. That's what I was working on this year. I kind of made it into a picture book and put some of the different scriptures and stuff in it, and it turned out pretty good. Now, I didn't write most of this. I just kind of compiled elements that I liked of the different Haggahdas that I use, and I honestly couldn't tell you which ones, like what the original sources were, because I don't even have them anymore. But I think it turned out pretty good, and I like the way that it incorporates Yeshua into the story of Passover and shows you all the symbolism that God like just built in from the very beginning, pointing to Yeshua. It's so beautiful. And as I was putting this together, there were scriptures that God was making connections in me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I never even thought of that. For example, there's a part in the Psalms where it says, purge me with hyssop and I shall be clean, wash me and I shall be whiter than snow. And, you know, that's beautiful and everything. But then when I was reading in Exodus and they were painting with the blood on the doorposts and they were painting with the hyssop, now I'm thinking about the hyssop as painting the blood on the doorposts, and I'm thinking about that as a symbol of painting the blood of Yeshua on the doorposts of my heart. And it's just like, wow, so we're purging with hyssop, and through the blood of Yeshua I'm made clean, I'm made whiter than snow. And it's just really cool how, as you start looking through some of these different scriptures, things start to connect and you see even deeper than you did before. So it's been really fun putting this together. I'm looking forward to doing little Pesach Seder here with my family. We don't do anything super fancy. We just enjoy the time together. I hope that each of you has a joyous time of celebration this week. And may we remember and look on the sacrifice that Yeshua made. Sometimes it can be so easy just to kind of fall into routine and forget about the miracle of our deliverance and all that God has made us as a new creation. When we go through this week of unleavened bread and we're consciously eating the unleavened bread and thinking of Yeshua and what he did, it kind of brings home to the fact, you know, we are a new creation. We're not who we used to be. And it's just a joyous time of celebration. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and good luck in your own festivities. May they be a time of joy and love of God.